I can't be too loud.
Essay
Oh,
prompt.
video.
Alright. Let's free our mind of bubbles. So I want you guys on the back of your essay packet, the one that looks like this, we're going to be going to the section where it says essay prompt. I want you guys to copy down that essay prompt from the board. You can consolidate my so-called enemy as MSCE. We'll talk about it in a second. Just in that top section, fill in your essay prompt on the back of page 1. Make sure you write that letter, that word in red, synthesize. Synthesize. Does that help? Yeah. Synthesize how cultural experiences influence the point of view of characters in Goldfish and the My So-Called Enemy trailer. Alright. So I want you guys, after you have written that down, that word in red, synthesize, circle it, and we're going to draw a little arrow right above it. We're going to be defining that word before we begin to talk about our prompt. Have you guys heard of that word before, synthesis or synthesize? Yeah, kind of, a little bit. Science, yeah, good. So a synthesis essay, this is what we're going to be writing for the next 2 days in class. It's one where you're pulling multiple sources of information in order to construct your argument. So right above the word synthesis, I want you guys to write multiple sources. Multiple sources. Circle the word synthesize, and right above it put multiple sources. We're going to be using multiple pieces of information, in our case 2 sources, so Goldfish and My So-Called Enemy, in order to construct our argument.
You think you can go back for a minute?
Synthesize. I put it back for you guys if you need the prompt again. So now that we know what the word synthesize means, we know we're going to be using multiple pieces of information, we can dig into the prompt. In our prompt, we're going to be taking these 2 sources and we're going to talk about how cultural experiences, the background of that character, their history, their language, their family, all of those things are influencing the point of view of characters in the 2 last things that we've looked at. So the Goldfish short story and then the My So-Called Enemy trailer. So our first body paragraph is going to be all about Goldfish, good. And then our second body paragraph is going to be talking all about My So-Called. Beautiful, good. So in body 1, we're going to talk all about how culture affects Sergey's point of view. In body 2, we're going to talk about how the culture of the 2 girls from the different countries is impacting their point of view. After we have done that, we're going to do something different in body 3. This one you don't have to write it down, just pay attention to it. We're going to be evaluating. When we evaluate, that just means we're coming to a decision or we're making a decision. Which of the characters, so whether that's Gal, Razan, Jonathan, Sergey, whatever character you guys want to choose is most enriched. Do we know what the word enriched means? Affected, good. Think about if chocolate is enriching your life. What do you think enriched means?
Makes it better.
Makes it better, good. So enrich is going to be to make it better, to benefit, to make it good. So which of the 2 characters is most enriched or most benefited by interacting with a character from a different culture? So after we have done the first 2 body paragraphs where we're explaining culture in those 2 stories, then we're going to make a decision. There's no right or wrong answer for this one. We're just going to decide what character has benefited the most from interacting with people of different cultures. I want you guys to scoot down 1 box to the bottom right there where it says hook. So this first page we're going to use for our introduction. We want to think of our introduction kind of like a sandwich. It's going to have 3 pieces. The first piece is going to be our hook. The second piece is going to be our background info. And the last piece is going to be our our thesis. We're gonna start with our hook first. So I have some examples on the board. I have 3 possible hooks that you guys can choose from today. The first one is gonna be a question that you're posing to the reader. One can be, can you imagine hating someone from another country that you have never met before? The second one's gonna be information, so we can give them more details about Israel and Palestine. We know that the conflict has been going on since 1948. And then the last one we can do is your own personal definition of the word culture, followed by you describing what 2 cultures the characters come from. I want you guys to choose which one of those 3 you're gonna do, and you're gonna plug it into that first box. You cannot just copy down my examples. Use your brain, activate it. Choose one of these examples, and you're gonna take that to inspire you to write your hook. Think of how you can catch people's attention, how you can make them wanna keep reading your essay to keep them engaged in your writing. Any of these are right here on the board.